Shalom. I want to give all praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. YAHAWAH being the true name of the Heavenly Father. YAHAWASHI being the true name of His only begotten Son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Also want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutation unto the elect of YAHAWAH, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And blessings and salutation unto the hopefully elect, the I came out there enduring this truth across the four corners of the earth, teaching and preaching through the spirit of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI in truth and sincerity, as well as the men and women that follow, and those who might look like the other nations but are of the nation of Israel on your father's side by blood. And I wanted to get into a quick lesson dealing with a article title that I seen a brother had posted, which is entitled, as you can see, "Will be living and working to 120, and it will start within a decade," says Doctor to the Stars. Now, this came out September, about a year ago. September a year ago, and I don't really want to. It's really the mindset, that I want to deal with. All right, it's the mindset that I want to deal with, and it says, I'm not going to read the whole article. I will put it in the description box if you want to click on it and read more into it. It says, it is a traditional Jewish birthday greeting. May you live to be 120. And so far, only one person in all of history is officially recorded as having made it to that far. But now a doctor tells the Post that living a full, healthy life to 120 will be attainable starting this decade. And when you go into it, he's pretty much dealing with using stem cells, So pretty much, once again, they're within the science of Esau. All right, within the science of, this world, as the scriptures speak about the wisdom of this world is foolishness unto the Most High, because at the end of the day, it's up to the Heavenly Father how long any of us live. All right. Now, that 120 struck a nerve, okay, dealing within the scriptures, because when you read in Genesis, the 6th chapter, this is when, which I don't want to get too much into that, but I'll just read it. It says, and it came to pass when men began to multiply, so like at Genesis 6:1, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Most High said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. As this guy is saying, we'll be able to live a full life, be able to move around, exercise, and work, okay, up until the age of 120, which they said only one person have reached the age of that, which I guess she was 122 years old, but she looked miserable, and that's why he's speaking about these stem cells, to the point where that could be the answer to their problems. All right. One second. I just want to see. I'm just looking to it just real quick. It says, stem cells can be guided into becoming specific cells that can be used in people to regenerate and repair tissues that have been damaged or affected by disease, right? Now, we know within this society, pretty much the things that you eat, the air that you breathe, the water that you drink, all right, even the lack of sleep, the graveyard shifts, a lot of the things dealing within this life, it wears down the body. All right. It wears and tears on the body, like Ben the brother was, joking, seriously joking for the most part, having a conversation a couple of weeks back, just talking about retiring in this society. Like, A lot of people, when they get to that retiring age, it's like you really don't have much to enjoy at that age, about depending on what you're doing or how well off you are for the most part. Let's just say 65 to 70. You retire within that range. How much more of your life are you actually going to be able to enjoy? You didn't worked, let's say you start working around 18, roughly 18, 20. So you done worked about 40 to 50 years. And now you get for the most part, live for how long? Because it depends on your diet. It depends on how much you're moving around. But ultimately, it depends on the Heavenly Father. But even at that age, how many 60 and 70-year-olds you see running around, playing basketball or riding bikes, or, most of them is just kind of like, they out of it, or they on, hooked up to machines, or they taking certain pills. And it's just because it's the wisdom of this world. Right? It's the wisdom that comes with this world. This society is built to just make you a slave and break you as a slave. They'll use you. Once they no longer need you, they'll throw you out. Here's your retirement. Go and take your money. Live your little 10 to 15 years. Thank you for working most of your life. That is not supposed to be life. Right? That is not supposed to be life. That's why when you read in the scriptures, they had land, they had cattle, they had things that they can build off of and not have to constantly work for years and years and years, but that they can enjoy the fruits of their labor, right? So dealing with that being the retirement age, this is what a Psalms 90 and 10, it says, the days of our years are 60 years and 10. A score is 20, so 3 times 20 is 60 years and 10, so about 70 years. And if by reason of strength they be 80 years, so 80 years, yet is their strength labor and sorrow, for it is soon cut off and we fly away. Meaning you ain't really enjoying it too much, and we are in a society where, let me see the average deletion. We'll just say in the U.S. It says the average year as of 2022, which at the end of the day, these is just numbers, but we'll just go off of their numbers. It says back in 2020, the average age in the United States was 73. In 2021, 76. In 2022, 77 and a half years. I'm not really seeing... the couple of recent years. Maybe they got to get some more of their numbers together. But for the most part, it's an average of 75 years, right? So you retire at 65, 70, and the average expectancy of your life is 75 years old, Like, that's not too much to enjoy. But here it is. You have this guy who's saying, hey, we're going to be able to live to 120 and feel good about it. Not just be sitting on the couch being a potato, but feel good about it, right? I'm going skimming through to see if there's any more points within it. It just speaks about him, doing this research out of UCLA. It says, even though stem cells are not FDA approved, that's the future of medicine, where we are able to repair damage. And by repairing damage, we can prolong life or even reduce certain processes of aging. And that's their whole thing. They want to live. They want to live beyond the bounds of the Most High, that the Most High has set. I'm going to get that in a second. Boundaries. Dang, how does it... forget how it's worded. Call YAHAWASHI. It was right there too. This is Job chapter 14, verse 5. Let me go up one. It says, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Only the Heavenly Father can. All right. That's why it's saying I can't make a wicked person righteous and vice. I can make a wicked person righteous and a righteous person wicked. If it's all up to the Lord. Right? It says verse 5, seeing Job 14:5, seeing his days are determined, the number of his mouths are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. And that's what, at the end of the day, that's how the Heavenly Father is. He set our life expectancy. All right. I lost a family member earlier this year, and he was 30, right? Most people would say you got your whole life ahead of you, all right? But that we don't know. It's all up to the Heavenly Father when he brings judgment upon people, when he calls people home, okay? That's just what that is. But here it is, Esau, within all of his science, he wants to try to go outside the boundaries of the Heavenly Father, But at the end of the day, you're only going to live as long as the Lord allow you to. All right. So I don't care what none of these doctors say. What it is they're trying to find a way around the Most High scientifically so they don't need the Most High. Right. But the Lord said that we're going to live forever. We're going to receive new bodies, where we're going to conquer and overcome death, because we're going to conquer and overcome sin. All right, we get these new bodies with the New Testament, the New Covenant. All right, with the law, statutes, commandments written within our inward parts, ain't no sinning, which means it ain't no death, because as Romans says, sins is the wages of death. If I'm not mistaken, it's in Romans. All right. Let me see if there's any more points. They show a couple celebrities that's used some of his services. 63, this chick, I'm not showing the picture, but if you read the article, she's 63. She maybe look like she's 51. She got a face full of cake. So, that makeup be drowning them out nowadays. It be making some of them old Tales from the Crypt females look young too. That makeup is deceitful. Gotta watch out. That's witchcraft, man. Dip their face in some cake and scare the shit out you in the morning. All right. But yeah, that's the point pretty much. His solution to looking young and feeling young, because I'll be honest, I'm in my mid-30s and I can feel it in my knees. I don't know if it's from jumping off of roofs and out of trees and hooping when I was younger, but at the end of the day, I feel it. So Buddy here is saying he can take some stem cells and make my knee feel new again, Hey, but yeah, at the end of the day, the Heavenly Father will is going to be done at the end of the day, and judgment is coming to this place, to this society. All right, and to Esau, who's ruling, so-called whites, and that's the end all be all. That's the truth of the matter, I'll say, through the Spirit. Hey, so with that, Lord willing, you was edified, and Lord willing, we're allowed to endure to the end. And once again, I want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH, Shalom.